Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today with one question. EA, are you actually listening to us? This has been a mantra coupled with Battlefront 2 since its announcement. We're listening, we've heard your feedback, we're taking what you have to say into account, but all I see is a constant back and forth since then. That's what I want to dive into today. We've seen the "we've listened to your feedback" before. It happened with the loot crate issue with Battlefront 2 weeks ago. People were afraid that Battlefront 2 was going to be a pay-to-win title, considering epic star cards amongst many other things were locked away inside crates that you could simply buy with real money. EA and DICE collectively made the right choice by, well, rewarding the player for playing the game and having unlocks go through there. In the video I made about that, I warned people saying these looked like obvious choices but were clearly avoided intentionally for the loot crates. Regardless though, the proper changes were made and it looked like we were good to launch Battlefront 2 and be excited about it, at least on paper. The Origin Access trial was available, the game was out to the press, and people started talking. We learned that Battlefront 2's multiplayer hero costs were insanely high, requiring hours and hours and hours of grinding. With hero costs being around the 40 to 60,000 credit range, and you're earning roughly 200 credits a match if you're lucky, this was a recipe for not seeing everything the game had to offer. EA's response to this earned the most downvoted comment in Reddit history, where they practically defended this idea by saying we wanted players to feel accomplishment with these unlocks by making them such a long grind to get. So like I said here, it's a back and forth. They give us one thing, they take away another. So we get rid of these ridiculous pay-to-win loot crates, and now we have ourselves a crazy grind. Naturally, change was bound to come when you're the most downvoted comment in Reddit history, and EA says, you keep talking, and we'll keep listening. Today, we've drastically reduced the cost of hero unlocks in Battlefront 2. Once again, we're seeing that they're listening, right? Hero costs are now reduced by 75%. Awesome, right? This is great to see. But then I saw another issue crop up. Andrew Reiner from Game Informer posted an article saying, where's our Battlefront 2 review? He talked about how there have been a lot of changes around the launch of this game and he didn't feel comfortable putting out his final score, especially considering some of his major complaints revolved around the hero unlock cost. One thing that I think is absolutely worth mentioning is he said, for instance, during my review, completing the campaign earned players a unique loot crate that contained 20,000 credits. That reward is now 5,000. A big change. What else is different? I need to find out. One thing I hope EA is addressing is arcade rewards. Andrew Reiner posted a picture on his Twitter account showing that there is a time limit for how much you can earn credits for. Just like a mobile game, it says more credits available in 14 hours. What $60 title really wants to stop you playing and have you wait 14 hours to start earning credits again when there's an alternative currency in the game, and that's by giving EA your money? So my question is, they're listening and making changes. Yes, it's great. We got a reduction in the hero prices. Yes, it's awesome. The crates aren't as bad. But if you were truly listening, you'd know that gamers don't like this shit in the first place. We hate this stuff. Reiner said in this article that this was after completing 5 challenges and then he had to wait to earn more credits. There are certain ways to earn credits through milestones, which are oddly reminiscent of challenges in mobile titles as well. Upon completing these milestones, you can claim rewards which offer you more credits than anything you get in matches, but there's a limit to them in the offline single player mode because guess what? It's a lot easier to earn them there than in multiplayer. I'm trying my best not to be hyperbolic when I say this, but this legitimately gave me a headache. Like, I have a headache right now from how silly this is. I almost feel ashamed to say that this was my most anticipated game of fall 2017. I'm at the point where I really don't even want to play it. I've hopped into the trial and it's so awesome, but this game just feels so toxic. It feels like there's so many kinks to work out with the multiplayer progression because of these loot crates. I'm not saying it's easy to make a good game, but you'd think there's 2 big parts of selling a game. 1, it being good, and 2, proper marketing. The marketing side of things is almost already done because you are working under a Star Wars brand, arguably the biggest brand in entertainment, EA. All you have to do at this point is, like what Battlefront 2 showed, at least in the multiplayer side of things, is make a good game. But there's choice after choice after choice that you make to strong-arm consumers and try to get them to spend money. Absolutely archaic progression systems, blocking out what is otherwise a pretty cool looking title. So once again, EA, I'm going to ask, are you actually listening to us? Because if you were, you know we'd have an issue with a lot of things that were in your game in the first place. That'll do it for me, folks. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description down below, along with my Patreon. Do consider supporting that, as it fuels all the content we create here. And also, I don't strong arm you for content. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.